Hello everyone, this is HammerTron here with a new action figure review for you. This time I am reviewing the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Beast Morphers Red Ranger action figure. This came out in 2019 and I bought it in the store at the time. And this is based on the Beast Morphers season of Power Rangers. I have not seen it yet. It seems to be locked behind some sort of streaming service. Hopefully they'll release it on DVD and I can buy a copy that way. Otherwise, I'm just out of luck. Looks like a nice outfit. I kind of like this particular outfit for Power Rangers. So, anyway, here is the window box. Nice window box. We can see the action figure. We can see the accessories that come with it. The human head, the weapons, the blast effects, some extra hands. I prefer window boxes. Actually, I'm just not going to accept anything other than a window box because I need to see what I'm buying before I actually buy it. Here is the artwork on the front here, and it wraps around to the side. Looks like a cool helmet. I like this packaging design. Here is the top of the box. Here is the bottom of the box. Here's the other side of the box. Looks like a nice bookend. Here's the back. It shows a picture of the action figure in a pose there with some manufacturing information down here. I'm surprised there's no cross-cell showing the other action figures of this wave. This is part of the second wave of action figures. There are also no numbers or any other way to tell how many action figures there are in the series, but there's 4 action figures in each wave. In just a moment, I will open this up and review the action figure itself. Here are the accessories that come with the Beast Morpher Red Ranger. Here are the hands that were on the action figure in the package. So, weapon holding hand with a trigger finger and more of a grasping, more open hand here. They have these long pegs that stick into the arms. They have hinges. These were not too hard to pull out, so as long as we're careful and gentle, we shouldn't have too much of a problem with them. They do have some sculpting on them, but doesn't look like any painting. And over here we have a pair of fisted hands that were in the package in the action figure tray. So these look okay. Although I think I prefer the weapon holding hand and the grasping hand. They're just more versatile for dioramas or displays. Here is some kind of weapon, some kind of blaster, I think. Kind of looks like it's meant to look like a cheetah. So nicely sculpted and painted. I don't know how accurate it is to the TV series, but I'm sure they did a pretty nice job on it. So someday I might watch it if I can find it on DVD. Here is a sword. There's the handle here, and then it looks like the blade. Looks like it's very nicely sculpted there with some painting details on it. Looks nice. And here is some kind of energy effect. Now at the end here, this part is a little bit pliable, but there's a little hole in here, and that's meant for the sword, which is just a little bit pliable too. But it's supposed to slide in there, and I don't know which direction it's supposed to go in, but either way, the Red Ranger is swinging the sword with and is crackling with energy. So looks nice. Here is the human head. So I haven't seen the show. I've seen some pictures and seems like it looks fairly accurate. So they did a lot of work on the hair there, and the face sculpting looks alright. Maybe it's painted accurately, so maybe that's what the actor looks like. And then here is the helmet. And I really like the helmet. I like the design. I think this is meant to be based on a cheetah. So I like the face mask and the goggles over the eyes and the top of the helmet. It just looks very nice. Very nicely done. So it wasn't too hard to pull this helmet off and put the human head on the body. So we can just put it over the peg here, and seems to work pretty well. Now I wasn't too worried about it breaking, so that's good. It seems like this one is well engineered so it wouldn't break very easily. So I hope it always stays that way. Here is the Beast Morphers Red Ranger action figure out of the package, and there was a little tiny plastic string piece holding the action figure into the plastic action figure tray. So when pulling it out, you want to be careful about that. Have a pair of scissors ready to cut it so you can pull it out without breaking anything. So let's see how tall this action figure is. Looks like it's right about 6 inches tall, maybe just a little bit more than 15 centimeters tall. So it's a nicely sized action figure. Let's take a closer look at some of the details. So I do like the helmet design. I like the eyes on top with what I think is the cheetah face, and then I like the kind of metallic red that they're using for the goggles over the eyes, and this silver face mask. Looks like some nice painting on the side here. Now I'm not sure how accurate it is to the show, so I hope it's pretty accurate. I haven't seen the show yet, but I do like how this helmet looks, and I like the outfit in general. One of my favorite Power Rangers outfits for some reason. It looks like kind of a jacket over some pants, and then we have some boots. So nice red color there. Here's the little plastic harness that they just assembled over the body. You might be able to take it off, but I don't like doing that kind of thing, so I'll just leave it in place. And we have some silver paint on it for the, looks like zipper, I think, and on the sides here and on the arms. So I hope the paint stays on there. I hope it doesn't wear off or flake off, but we'll just have to wait and see. Some nice detailing on the belt here, and the lower part of the jacket part I think is an extra plastic piece that they put over the body of this action figure, because it feels like it's sticking out and it feels like it's some kind of pliable plastic here. Some nice wrinkles sculpted throughout the outfit, so it looks like clothing and not just skin. Here they painted, I think this is the Morpher, so they did put some effort into sculpting it and painting it so it looks nice. Here are the hands. I prefer this pair of hands to the fisted hands. These are just more useful for a wider variety of displays. And here are the legs. There's some wrinkles sculpted throughout the legs to indicate that it's clothing rather than just skin. So I appreciate the effort they put into making it look nice. And then here are the boots. They also sculpted some wrinkles into the boots, so that's nice. Some extra details on the top of the boots here. So they put a lot of work into this. There's the bottom of the boots with peg holes in the heels. And still some more work on the back here. Just a lot of details, and they painted both sides too, so I like it. It just makes the action figure look pretty nice. So let's take a look at the articulation. The head can look up only that much, not very much at all, and down just a little bit, so very limited articulation on the head. Turn side to side, and just a little bit of tilting. So no other movement there. We have shoulder joints They move pretty easily out that far. We can go around. These have butterfly joints in them, so we can move them back or move them forward. So a lot of movement there. We have bicep cuts and double jointed elbows. Very nice range of motion there. A little bit stiff, we want to be careful. Can I do it? There we go. Yeah, very nice. Now we'll straighten these out. They do have some ratchets in them, so they're ratcheted joints. The wrist can turn. They have hinges. That's good. And we have a diaphragm cut where we can crunch forward, just not much at all. We can bend back just a little bit more. We can go side to side. It does break up the zipper, but that can't be helped. Nice range of motion. We have there's no waist twist on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection action figures. There's no waist cut, so we can't twist at the waist. But we can do some splits. Yeah, not too bad, but could have been better. Kick forward. Very nice. And can't kick back really. There are upper thigh cuts. They do bend or twist a little bit. They're still a bit tight, but maybe tight is a little better than loose. And double jointed knees. Looks nice. Those are pretty good. So we can straighten those out. And we have boot cuts. We can twist at the boot here. So that's good. And the ankles. There we go. Very tight and ratcheted. That's about as far as I can go. And put it back in the middle position. This one seems to be a bit tight. So I'm not sure I can get them to point up. Maybe it's limited in the sculpting design here, and I don't want to push too hard. But it seems to be pretty good the way it is. And then there's ankle pivoting. So all the joints seem to be working pretty well for me. The ankles might be able to go farther up, but the ankle joints are tight. But I think I'd rather have tight ankle joints than loose ankle joints. With tight ankle joints, it's easier to make the action figure stand, especially when it's in the right position. So far the articulation is pretty good on this action figure. I'm happy about that. Here's a Red Ranger next to a pair of 4-inch action figures. On the left is the Fortnite Rust Lord action figure by Jazzware, and on the right is the 4-inch action figure from an Animal Planet set that I reviewed a while ago. So they look alright together. Here's the Red Ranger next to the Fortnite Legendary Series Havoc action figure, 6 inches by Jazzwares, and the Masters of the Universe Masterverse He-Man action figure by Mattel at 7 inches. It looks like the Havoc action figure there is about the same height, but it has a thicker body, and of course He-Man is much taller and much more muscular. Here is the Red Ranger next to the Marvel Legends Mr. Fantastic action figure and the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin White Ranger. All three are made by Hasbro. They're all in the 6-inch scale. However, it looks like Mr. Fantastic and White Ranger are just a little bit taller than the Red Ranger. The HammerTron Sledgehammer rating is pretty good for this action figure. I haven't seen the show yet, so I don't know if the character is any good or not. Hopefully they'll release it on DVD so I can finally watch the season, the Beast Morpher season. The action figure itself, however, I really like that. I like the way it looks. Perhaps one of my favorite Power Rangers outfits out of all the seasons that they have. And this particular action figure seems to have worked out pretty well. All the joints seem to be working. The ankle joints, I don't know if the sculpt is limited so I can't move the feet up or not. But other than that, I think everything else is working pretty well. And I didn't have much trouble taking the head off or the hands. So all seems to be working pretty well. So I'm very pleased with this particular action figure. Thank you for watching my review. Remember to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.